Stock have too high a price? Buy a slice. Trade fractional shares of your favorite U.S. stocks and ETFs in any dollar amount you choose with zero commissions online. Get started at Fidelity.com/stocks by the slice. Fractional share quantities can be entered to 3 decimal places if the value of the order is at least 1 cent. Dollar-based trades can be entered to 2 decimal places. Sell orders are subject to an activity assessment fee from 1 cent to 3 cents per $1,000 of principal. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Have you heard? Sling TV offers the news you love for less. Hey, wait, you look and sound just like me. I am you. I'm the same news programs on Sling TV for less. You mean you're me, but for less money? A lot less. I'm all the favorite news programs and more on Sling TV, starting at just $40 a month. Everything great about me, but for less money? Which makes me greater, don't you think? Get the news you love and more for less. Start saving today. Visit sling.com to see your offer. Sling.
Welcome.
Hey there, fam. Welcome back to another electrifying episode of AFK with your favorite ninja in town. Yours truly, Ninja. Today we're flipping the script and diving into some of the most interesting and important questions that life has to offer. From reminiscing about the OG days to contemplating the future of technology, we're covering it all. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's embark on this epic quest together. We're jumping into the meat and potatoes again for the second time. Love to see it. We're hopping right in. Is there anything that I miss before becoming a renowned streamer? There are a couple things. I mean, there's like a million things I miss, actually. I always say this to people in my chat when they're like, oh, dude, I wish I could, like, listen, I always say this to people, okay? I say, if you're going to be rich, you don't need to be rich. Let me rephrase that. You don't need to be famous to be rich. You can get rich and not be famous. And if you're going to get rich, do it that way. Because, I actually went down this rabbit hole even more. I was like, because also, like, you can be famous and rich and then lose all your money because you're an idiot. And now you're famous and broke. And that's the worst. Because because fame is literally just an ego thing, dude. I'm kind of like, I didn't even plan on getting into this much. I don't think, but I'm just going down this like train of my thoughts. And I'm just going to keep going. It doesn't do anything, right? It only strokes an ego if somebody loves it. Like, I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't like it. I don't hate it, but like, all it does is, people know who you are. People want pictures with you. They want autographs with you, even if you're eating. And, you have to, it changes where you go. It changes where you travel. It changes what you do. It changes how you travel at certain levels. It changes how you think about people. It changes your thought process when you're out in public. It changes what you think about when someone looks at you, right? Like, are they going to come up and ask for a picture? Am I going to be out with my wife and someone walks up on FaceTime with their kid or like with their friends, like, are people going to be rude to me, right? And say like weird shit. Like, it changes everything. So what I miss before being a renowned streamer is literally being able to do anything in public with my friends or with Jess or with my family, because unfortunately people don't really have a lot of boundaries. So the majority, not everyone. So even if I'm out with dinner with my family back in Illinois, or if I'm at a grocery store or wherever, really, it's pretty relentless. So that's what I miss. I miss being able to do those things with my family and with Jess, and just, being able to have a day and literally knowing that no one knew who I was unless they were like, a diehard, right? So that's what I miss for sure. How did you learn how to handle fame and manage your privacy and sanity? Your privacy, unless you're like Taylor Swift or like a Kardashian or Kanye, right? Those level, like that level of fame, which I'm nowhere near. And, I'm thankful for that. Like, it's pretty easy to manage. It's pretty easy to manage your privacy. Your privacy is what you put out there at that point, right? So like my privacy is like on stream, like what I want to share with my audience, and on social media, it's the same thing. So like, you know, I don't have paparazzi outside. I don't have where I'm lucky enough to not be at that. I'm also in, Florida, and I don't think there's paparazzi in Florida where I'm at. But anyways, the point I'm trying to say is like, unless I'm putting stuff out there, like I have privacy, like in my own home, right? I can leave and probably go to like grab coffee in a car and be chill, right? Like, and even in my golf cart, it's usually a non-issue in the area that I'm in. A lot of old people, which is great. Yeah, in terms of the privacy thing, it's like, yeah, if I don't want people to know that I'm doing something, I just don't tweet it, right? Or I don't post it on Instagram. I don't post a story. People won't know that where I'm going on vacation unless I tell them. And that's kind of easy. As for the sanity, it's staying inside and a lot of nights in, right? Being able, it helps that it just helps that I'm a gamer, bro. That's literally like, what do I do? What do I do to get away? I game, right? I play video games. So when I'm not streaming, I'm playing Final Fantasy 11 or Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, or I'm playing, you know what I mean? I'm playing literally anything. League of Legends, back in the day, it was a lot of Valorant, and like, so that's my sanity, dude. I have a zero. I have where I zero in, right? Or I reset, and then, that's just my family, my friends, and gaming. I have all these things that keep me on the ground. And truly, I don't hate the fame either. So like going out, I don't get annoyed or pissed off when people ask for pictures. I actually, I usually, like 99% of the time, I welcome it. It's awesome. I love to put smiles on people's faces as well, which is why, one of the reasons I started streaming to begin with. Like, I loved doing that. I loved entertaining. So being able to see people excited and happy to see me and meet me, like, I love that. 99% of the time. The 1% is when I'm in an intimate environment, or I'm eating, and yeah. And when people are drunk, and that's even worse. But yeah, again, so for the majority of the time, it's lit. It's awesome. It can be cool. It can be fun. It's like, again, it's literally, dude, I always say this on stream. It's like everything in moderation. So, and that includes me going out and just, getting bombarded sometimes. So yeah, I think it's knowing how to stay inside and have fun, not lose your mind. I don't think I've ever had a moment where I'm like, I need to get out. I need to get out of the house. Like, I literally don't think I've ever said that I need to get out of the house, because I love being in my house. I love my dogs. I love being able to have access to all the food and everything that I have in here at all times. It's incredible. We're big cheering. Like, love that. So that's how I handle that. If I decide I don't like something about my life, what do I do? I mean, obviously this is the simple answer. You would think there isn't, but I would just change it. Like right now, I don't like that I'm kind of getting I'm honestly getting I'm losing my flexibility because I stopped stretching, and I'm starting to get more sore. So I don't like that about my life. I don't like that about my personal life. So I'm just changing it immediately. Right? I'm immediately, every morning I've been stretching for 20, 30 minutes again. You just change it. I didn't like that I was, kind of skinny, right? 6'2", I was 170. So I started working out. I wanted to be healthy and start working out. So now I'm up to 185, 190 right now. I haven't worked out in a week because I've been cutting out caffeine. That's been a struggle. And then also I can't even really stand too much right now, or do too much on my foot, because I got a mole cut out of my foot that was potentially cancerous. The dermatologist didn't like it, so I have stitches in the middle of my left foot on the undercarriage. So that's really annoying. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've always there's a joke, there's a podcast of these guys that I think it's called Be a Man, and they're like, be in pain the rest of your life and do nothing about it. Be a man. And it's I've pretty much, I feel like I've been the opposite of that. It's in every aspect of my life. I didn't like that my stream wasn't growing back in the day, right? When I was averaging a couple hundred viewers, and then I switched to H1Z1, I mean, I was always like, how do I get more viewers? How do I get more than this guy? How do I be better than this guy? You know, there was one moment where, and this is like a pretty cool, this is probably like the craziest like hustle moment I think that I've ever done in streaming, where I was playing H1Z1 and there was, and I was like, in my opinion, I was the best H1Z1, in my opinion, I was the best H1Z1 player and streamer. Like, you know, I was super, you know, confident and ego as a kid. I say as a kid because this was like what feels like 7 years ago, maybe even more. And I had, you know, I could pull like a couple thousand viewers and I was growing and it was great. But there was this guy who would be on before me. His name was Stormin. Stormin still streams to this day. He's one of the best aimers I've ever seen play video games. Incredibly underrated. But yeah, Stormin, this guy Stormin who was playing, and he would get more viewers than me. And like, I was, in my opinion, at that time, right, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm better. I feel like I'm funnier. I feel like I'm more entertaining. I feel like I'm like, why does this guy pull more viewers than me? Why does this guy have more viewers than me? And it took me like a week of like watching his VODs and watching a stream. And this was something, by the way, that was just so simple, but I was a kid, so it didn't click to me. But I think he's like Swedish, or like he's you know, he's European. So he goes live at 10 o'clock his time, 10 a.m. He was an early morning streamer as well. This is like 8 years ago, dude. This is forever ago. And I, obviously being a freaking NA streamer, I would be live at like, you know, noon my time, which is 6 his time. And then he would still stream. He was grinding. He was doing like 8-hour sessions. So he would still be live for hours. And, you know, and then when he would get off, my viewers would shoot up. But like, I was like, dude, how the hell do I get, like, how do I get more viewers than this guy? How do I, how do I get out there? And I'm like, dude, you know how Twitch works? Twitch kind of works where if I'm sitting at like, let's say my favorite restaurant's not open. I go to another restaurant. I'm sitting at that restaurant and then the other restaurant opens. But I'm comfortable. I like this restaurant that I'm at. Surprisingly, the food's really great. It's good enough to where I'm not going to get up and go to the other restaurant. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to keep staying at this restaurant until it closes, right? Or something like that, right? Like that mindset. I'm going to stay at this restaurant because like I love this restaurant too now. This restaurant's cool. It's great. That's kind of how streaming is with Twitch. Like the majority of people have a main streamer, right? But there are a lot of people as well that will sit in a stream that is entertaining until they have a reason not to. So I was like, dude, so what would happen is he would go live before me, obviously like 4 hours before me, pull a bunch of viewers because he was incredibly talented and a great streamer. And then when I would get on, like people wouldn't leave him for me. Right. And this is, by the way, this is happening all throughout Twitch everywhere, unless, you know, in every game, in every category. So I was like, dude, I'm going to go live. So for 2 weeks straight, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. because he went live at around 11 or noon his time. So I set my alarm for like 4 or 5 a.m. for like 2 weeks straight and started streaming at 4 a.m., 2 hours before he did. And fast forward like a month, like fast forward into that experiment, like my viewers like shot up by like, they like doubled, almost tripled. Even after I reset my schedule and went back to normal. Because I just had to get those. I just had to get that European audience, right? I had to like let them know that I even existed, and be clickable. My stream be clickable before his in the morning, and that is, I mean, dude, I didn't like my viewership. I didn't like something, and I changed it. This question decided if you don't. This, by the way, this whole story stems from if you decide you don't like something about your life, what do you do? That this is what I've done when I wanted something. So I hope that answers the question. AFK with Ninja. Hey everyone, Ninja here, and let me tell you about Factor, the game changer when it comes to eating better without the hassle. Factor has restaurant quality meals ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. No more meal prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Whether it's breakfast, midday bites, or dinner, Factor has you covered with over 35 options to choose from every week, including Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto meals. From the first bite, I was blown away by the quality and taste of their meals. I love their Protein Plus options. They're perfect for fueling up for a long gaming session. Factor has saved me precious cooking time and has helped me stay on track with my nutrition goals. Are you ready to revolutionize your mealtime routine? Head to factormeals.com/ninja50 and use code ninja50 to get 50% off of your order. That's right, 50% off delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered right to your door. That's code ninja50 at factormeals.com/ninja50 for 50% off.
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
What's the one thing I miss from the OG days that you just can't get back, dude? I mean, just my... I don't know, like just my like I still have crazy energy, but I was even crazier as a kid. Like it was like spitting image of Jinxie, literally. Like you look at Jinxie now, like, and he has the viewers that he does. Like I was that energetic, like talented psychopath at 18. Like at 18 or 19 when I was playing Halo. It's just that streaming wasn't there, and Halo's ceiling for viewers is literally like 5 feet tall. So like I miss that, like that general like crazy excitement, dude. Like when you're streaming, like that hype. That when I started streaming, dude, it was like streaming was so new. It was only like it wasn't even like a couple years old. So like, you know, there was so many firsts, dude. I can't even explain it. I'm ancient. If there are kids listening to this, you guys, I was in the partnership. Before Twitch TV existed, it was Justin.tv. I was in the Justin.tv subscription beta. I'm sorry. No, wait. That was when... Yes. I was in the Justin beta of subs. So when they rolled out subscribing to a streamer, it wasn't even to everyone. It was to a select few. So like, yeah, I missed the firsts, dude. I missed the journey. I literally imagine you're like the first basketball player when basketball was invented, and you're like the star. But you weren't even the star when you started, but you were there when it was invented. Like, dude, it's just the landscape has changed so much, and everything's changed so much. I miss that. I miss like it's like being in a startup and you don't even know it's going places, right? And you're just there, right? You're excited. You wake up every morning. You're like, let's fucking go. Living in my parents' basement for the first 2 years, like not having a care in the world. All I had to do, right? I had to pay $500 a month in rent, which was nothing because I was working at Noodles and Company as well. So like I had the money and I had a bunch saved up still. And all I had to worry about was physically waking up and rolling out of bed and going downstairs and starting my stream. And then just like the small community, man. Like I love my viewers. I love my community now. I still have an incredible community. And honestly, I think, you know, we're getting closer. I never thought I could do this again, but you know, our viewership's way lower than it used to be back in my prime of like Fortnite days. So it actually has been like really easy to kind of get that like community back, that sense of community. You don't really have like, when you have 100,000 people or 80,000 people just spamming all day, every day, like it's like, those are like fans, right? And it's kind of like you just the entire stream is like it's pure entertainment focus. You're leaning into the hype, right? So and unless you're gifting hundreds of subscriptions, your name is just flying in the chat, flying. And it is way harder to develop a real close relationship with your audience. And I miss when I had, you know, miss being only having like 100 names to read and you knew everyone. I knew everyone by first name, like in my first stream, right? I still remember these two kids. They're probably 20 plus years old now. They might even be married. They might even be expecting a child for all I know. These two young kids, it was Tony and Grant, unbuckling, and Karma Uncharged. And like they were like my first subs. They were 13. I was 18. And, you know, we would play MLG. Like we would play the MLG playlist because they were actual little demons, you know, and they were some of my first subs and some of my first viewers, like, which is crazy. And now they're literally adults. And it's like, it's crazy to think. I'm old. Oh my God. What is one bad habit you just can't seem to shake? This is a little bit of a mix up, dude, but I like this one, dude. Bad habit I can't seem to shake. Being so funny. You know, it's so difficult to just not. I'm kidding. I bad habit I can't seem to shake. Rubbing my toes. I rub my feet together. Jess hates that. Being awesome. No, I mean, dude, caffeine is a bad habit. I've shaked it 7 days today. I'm not drinking alcohol like ever. So another bad habit gone. I don't smoke. That's sweets, dude. I guess, bro. Like I still can't. Like, I'm back on it. I think I gave up sweets during January. Like desserts, like, and you know we're back on the grind a little bit. I love it, and that's, you know, for me it's difficult because I love me my sweets, dude. What is one thing you're super proud of yourself for? Some self-love on this Sunday morning. Some self-love. What is one thing I'm super proud? Pride is a sin, I think. Or something like that. My wife, dude. No, there we go. You know, my wife and my relationship with my family. I'm prideful of my incredible, supportive, beautiful, funny wife who is everything to me, and my family that I love more than anything, that I feel like I have a great relationship with now. You know, I'm playing Family Fortnite Friday with John every Friday, and we also have a sports show that we're on together with me and my brother Chris as well. So now I'm talking with Chris a lot more. Yeah, I'm texting my mom and dad a little bit more, and yeah, I just love them very much. And a lot of people don't have great relationships with their family. I feel like I do. So I'm prideful of that. What technological advancement are you most excited to witness in your lifetime? Elon Musk's brain implant. Now listen, hear me out. I think this thing is fucking crazy. However, with what the intention of it, dude, if he can, listen, if this brain, listen, will I ever get one? Not unless it can literally send me into a video game. That's number one. Okay. Ready Player One shit, or Sword Art Online. And hopefully that's not an implant. Hopefully I can put it on my head, right? And not have to put it in my brain. But that implant, if it can make people walk again that are paralyzed, if that implant can, you know, control like you know what I mean? Like if it can make people see, right? Because if it can restore blindness, like sign me up, right? I'm there for the journey. I'm horrified about like what could happen, right? It is technology. Technology can be hacked. All technology can be hacked. Right. So like, what if somebody hacks it and turns people into zombies or some shit? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited to witness. And we're already kind of here, but like, other than that, let's do like a round two of a technological advancement that I want to witness, or I would love to witness, dude. How about a cure for cancer, dude? I feel like I read another article every other year that kind of pops up where it's like, you know, nanobots destroying the cells, right, that are being invented, that are like at a cellular level, new ways and methods of like just literally beaming the cancer out of people. Like, I'm really excited to like medical advancements. I'm really excited about that. I would love for, you know, people to not die to what is one of the most brutal things ever, I feel like.
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
Self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
If I could switch lives with any streamer for a day, who would it be? Now, this is a question. That there's a lot of ifs. Do I switch a lot? Am I me, but I look like them? Like, do I have my talent? Right? Because then I might want to just switch with JB, my brother, Bearded Blevins, and give his audience a show for once. Drop some 20 bombs, pop off, go on a 5-game win streak without hiding in a bush and using a lock-on pistol, right? So that's one. Switch lives with any streamer for that. I mean, dude, I don't envy any I don't envy or am not jealous of any streamer in the world right now. Like, I love me. I love everything that I've done in my community and everything I've done in my career and everything that I have right now. Very blessed. So if I switched with someone though, it maybe just be like, maybe I'd switch with like that's not true. I do envy, what are they called? Oh my God, I forgot. There's a name for them. Like variety. I envy variety streamers. I'd switch with like a Co-Carnage or a Gathalion or a CDN the Third or a Lyric. Right? Somebody that can pretty much play whatever game they want, and their audience and sometimes their viewers will go up, right? Because they're not known for one game, right? Like, as somebody who's made like every single day of my life for the last 13 years, I don't even know how long I've been streaming, 12 years, 11 years, I've like majored in a video game, right? I've majored in H1Z1. I was major, we'll call it that. I majored in PUBG, right? I majored in Halo. I majored in Destiny at the time. So like, and you kind of like dig your own grave here. So you can't really complain. You do complain, but you can't complain. I've done that. Yeah, I've done that to myself. I put myself in this Fortnite box like the last like 5 years. I broke out of it and then got into a Valorant box like 3 years ago or during COVID, and like I started building up a crazy audience in Valorant, and that was great. And then I stopped playing Valorant, and then everyone's like, "Why aren't you playing Valorant?" So like, yeah, I envy people that can pretty much play whatever game they want, and people are like, "Ew, what are we playing today?" And yeah, they're there for the streamer, not the game. And as you continue to play one thing over and over again, you really are just pulling in more people for that game and not for who you are, which can suck. So yeah, give me one of those variety streamers, man. And by the way, every streamer I just listed, by the way, I love to watch. Those are great gamers, and you guys should check them out if you haven't. Would you ever consider uploading your consciousness to the digital realm, dude? So there's there's Black Mirror episodes about this. And I'll have to say it might be one. It's essentially immortalizing yourself, right? It has to be. I mean, you're literally becoming immortal. And like, I've like deepened my relationship with God a lot recently, and I've been praying a lot every night. And I just think that, like, to answer this question, you're basically becoming like, you're just a hypocrite, right? Like, who am I praying to? Who am I? What do I believe in? If I'm scared of death so much that I have to live forever online. So I think the answer to this in my religious journey right now is a no. I would not upload my consciousness to the digital realm, which is scary because, that's why they call it faith, ladies and gentlemen. What self-care rituals do you swear by to keep yourself balanced and grounded? Walks, literal fresh air, grounding. You say grounded, right? Grounding, which is like just being having no socks and or shoes on and just kind of touching the earth. There's a lot of like science behind that. It's like just like kind of netting yourself, right? Or grounding yourself and just kind of resetting your body's like stuff. Snuggling my dogs, dude. That's a self-care ritual. Playing with my dogs, self-care ritual. And like a date night with Jess, sometimes just there's something therapeutic about just like sitting next to Jess and just doing nothing, watching TV, watching TikToks, just laying down, cuddling, and gaming. Believe it or not, it always comes back to gaming. What are some of your goals that have nothing to do with streaming or gaming? I mean, that's a great question, dude. Just like the physicalness, right? Like just getting in shape, continuing to sculpt my body, in the gym and to continuing to be healthy and kind of take control of my body again, like not, shoving caffeine and alcohol and all these stimulants and depressants essentially in my body, taking control of my body, honestly, and is definitely something that is a huge goal of mine. And I feel like it's happening. Do you still feel the same excitement and joy playing video games now as you did in your childhood? That's another dope question. Yes and no. So like as I'm witnessing Final Fantasy VII Remake playing such a beautiful game like that right now, like I'm having an absolute blast. But I think that it's like that. There's the awe and wonder, right? It's like the first time you have so many Christmases. You believe in Santa, all these things. Like Christmas is one of the most magical things in the world. And you grow older and you realize what it is, and then it's not as special anymore. It's still awesome, but like that, when it's Christmas Eve, like I can get to sleep. Is a great way to explain it. But there are some games that come out. There are some things that come out where I'm like, yeah, dude, like let's freaking go. Final Fantasy Remake was one of them. Like I was actually like amped. I woke up at 6 a.m. like on the nose, like shot out of bed, dude. Like the Undertaker. That was insane. So, and when I join like a new private server on Final Fantasy 11 and I'm completing some of the missions and going on some of the missions and quests with my friends that, I've done this through with a bunch of times before, like I'll get like glimpses, right, of like just rushes of nostalgia. I do still feel more or less the same excitement and joy, but like I think there's a giddiness. Is that a way to say it? There's a giddiness. I think that it's really hard to get back. That childhood, like pit, almost a pit in your stomach because you're so nervous and excited for a video game. That's hard to reproduce. Do you feel like a fully fledged adult, and what aspect of adulthood caught you off guard? Do I feel like a fully fledged adult? Yeah, I definitely do. What caught me off guard? Taxes. Taxes, bro. Even when I was doing taxes, I didn't feel like I was caught off guard. But taxes, like as a kid when I was like 21, like that was, I still felt like I was a kid at 21, by the way, which is, thinking about it. That caught me off guard for sure, dude. Like, I mean, dude, like let me tell you my day yesterday, dude. My day yesterday, I woke up, kissed my wife, brushed my teeth, took the trash out, right? Immediately took the trash out, made my beautiful wife a cup of coffee, took the dogs out, then did some dishes, did some dishes in the morning, and then I did laundry for about 8 hours. So, and like that was my Saturday. Like I obviously I was like doing other things in between, but like it's probably the most like adult day that you could literally ask for. Right? Like taking care of my wife, taking care of the house, taking care of the dogs. Like check. Definitely feel like a fully fledged adult. Taxes are things that caught me off guard. And the last topic, the last question, ladies and gentlemen, looking back, do you like the version of yourself you were in high school, and why or why not? What? This is so weird. I mean, yes, definitely I do. I still think I was a little bit, like, what's crazy? I was like, no, I definitely do. I definitely do, top to bottom. I was a freaking good kid. I got bullied. I played soccer. It was called a field fairy. Like I would talk to, like, this is gonna be a little dark, but like, the kid with the, who comes to school with the backpack, like I was friends with those kids. Like I would try to talk to those guys and be nice to them. Like I was nice to the kids, and not like because it felt good. Like I wanted to. I was nice to the smelly kids and the kids who just, you knew that they just didn't shower because they probably don't even have running water. Like I was a good kid. I was young, I was immature for sure, obviously, of course. But like, yeah, no, I loved who I was, the high schooler, man. And I love my high school years. Like looking back at it, like the experiences, everything that happened, I would do it all over again, for sure. All right. There you have it, folks. The scoop on some of life's most intriguing questions, courtesy of yours truly. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild ride. And remember to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow to stay up to date with all the AFK adventures. Until next time, keep asking questions, seeking answers, and slaying those virtual dragons like the true ninjas you are. Peace out.
It's AFK with
In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
Self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.